what are the strategies that you've talked about bringing value to somebody? And certainly in the real estate world, we can think about what that kind of value can be. Instead of Jeff, here, invest in my deal we've just met, right?
Yep,
I might say to you, Jeff, here's how you can save taxes, right?
Yep.
On something even irrelevant, right, to real estate. But let me just show you stuff that I've learned that's relevant, could be relevant to you. So let's just assume that we can create that content without the automation of follow, unfollow, bots, if you like. How does one go about broadening one's reach in the hopes of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so the game has changed, and now it's the social media platforms have become essentially pay to play. So, and the strategies I use to build 565,000 Twitter followers essentially don't work very well now. You would need to just manually follow people, and you can do that and identify target audience. And so it's just very granular and, get your hands and fingers dirty. So it's changed. So I noticed my social media was dropping I think last 2 years it's dropped. My organic reach has dropped by about 60, 70%. And I knew it was coming. I saw the algorithms being applied back in 2013 with Facebook reducing its reach as it rolled out its advertising. Because essentially, if you can reach people organically, why pay for it? So, it became, for me, it was quite obvious in 2013 that the game was changing. So, but it didn't change rapidly. Twitter actually, for quite a while, didn't have algorithms applied, but that changed about 2 years ago now, so 2017. So what happened in 2017, I decided that if this area is becoming less effective, and as we know in the digital world, things will always keep changing. Change is the norm. So you've got to be quietly paranoid about change. You realize it's going to be either forced on you or you're going to change yourself. So what I did back then was we invested in search engine optimization. So before I just created content, I was getting a lot of organic traffic. It was about 45% of my traffic turned up by Google search, organic Google search keywords. So I decided to double down on search engine optimization, and there's really two parts to search engine optimization to make it really simple for your listeners. Number one, content. If you create great value content and people link to you, Google will say you're an authority site because there's dozens and dozens of sites linking into you. It's called, basically it's page rank algorithm, and it tells Google what sites are linking to you. So if the New York Times links to me about an article, then New York Times will go, well, Google will go, wow, this New York Times is linking to Jeff, Bullas.com, and then, the Guardian is, and then, whatever. So if it's a high authority site linking to you, it gives that indication to Google. That's done through content. But then on top of that, then there's quite a technical part of optimizing your website and blog for SEOs and search engines and Google and Bing and the others, in that you've got to make sure your site's structured, technically clean, it loads fast, it's visible on mobile, its categorization is done very well. So it comes down to a much more technical project, and that's what we did. We doubled down on both the content and also the technical aspects of SEO, and that's been the challenge with a lot of people on SEO is they will not invest in it because you don't see results for up to 12 months. And a lot of business owners that do an SEO project want results next week. You've got to play a long game in digital, even though it's a fast moving landscape. So a year later, we started, 6 months later, we started getting a little bit of traction. Then we got more traction, then we got some bumps and rises. And today since doing that project, we're now attracting an extra 1.5 million visitors a year through organic search engines results, which come in on keywords and phrases that will be relevant for my industry. So if you're in, raising capital, real estate, and you had a real estate site, you would be wanting to actually work, what are the phrases that I want to rank for? So when people go looking for raising capital or selling real estate or real estate development, and it could be local. Okay, so a lot of developers, we're going to be working in a local area. You'd be wanting to write content for that and also make sure that your site is actually technically developed for that as well.